Hello guys, today we are going to be checking out the new Doom game, and I am very excited. I have already played this a little bit on my own, just to kind of get a feel for it, but we're going to be doing our own playthrough right here. I'm pretty excited. It's, I think, really excellent. I don't know, I was not expecting much, especially if you've listened to the podcast. After playing the multiplayer beta, this game made me very scared. But the single player seems to have really done a good job of capturing the original feel of the Doom series with a lot of brutal combat and fast-paced first-person shooting, which is really exciting. It's great. This is, to me, as good as, at least so far, as good as Wolfenstein was in terms of reboots. So, without further ado, they throw you right into the game, so we are going to start shooting some possessed, or unwilling, I think these guys are called. They are zombie demon or humans who are possessed by the demons, and they're kind of zombies basically. This is our villain. She is the one who released the hell wave, and I only know this because I've been listening to the audio logs. I probably played about 6 hours of the game, so a good amount, but I really wanted to play it with you guys, so we're gonna just get a fresh start here and see how far we can get. I'm really excited to be playing a first-person shooter, single-player one, just that's not Fallout survival mode at the moment, just because this is going to be a little more laid-back, a little bit more fun, maybe a little bit less frustrating, because dying in this is more of a temporary setback where you want to re-examine strategies instead of being just like a meat grinder. Alright, cool, so we have our sweet Doom Marine armor, which you gotta love, and we get to really quick pretend we want to find out what's going on, and then get angry when we don't get it. So we don't have any data, and the reason is because one of our satellites is not aligned properly, it looks like. So we're gonna go ahead and have to take care of that.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel.
And this is our
facility.
Dr. Wayland, basically.
Work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both.
Doom Marine ain't having none of that. It's all about number one with this guy. Well, and, you know, saving the universe, I guess, but... okay, so the people who are glowing like that, we can do these awesome glory kills, too, where you just, like, hardcore destroy them, which I guess I should mention, this is not a game for the faint of heart. Like, Doom is all about just gore and hardcore violence and rock, so just be ready for that. But we're going to be moving through here, collecting some sweet new guns. We got our shotgun. This is one of my favorite guns in this whole game. Great weapon feel, and just very punchy and powerful. But we're gonna move through here and collect as many guns as we can and get some hopefully pretty fun, creative kills. I've played a lot, or I played all of the Doom games, I should say. Although I am younger, I played Doom 3 when it came out, and I actually really enjoyed it and its sequel. But I've also played a good amount of the first two Doom games, which I love quite a lot. I've beaten both of them a couple times. And this certainly is a nice tribute, and it's a nice middle ground, because I think a lot of people felt like Doom 3 was a little bit too narratively focused, and as you can see with this, they've kind of scaled that back a bit and made it more about the just monster arena combat. So we're going to be just pushing through here as much as we can, trying not to die. One of the things to keep in mind about the glory kills, it's kind of, it's actually a little reminiscent of the Warhammer 40k Space Marine game, where you can do these, when you do these execution glory kill type moves, it actually heals you a little bit. And also some enemies will just drop health naturally, but it's a good way when you're, you know, moving through this combat really quickly to just really quick nab some health without having to slow down or anything. It's awesome, just keeps the momentum up all the time. Because as you can see, this is a very fast-paced shooter. Oh yeah, and you have different glory kills based on like how you approach an enemy, so hitting them from one side will you do a different animation than, say, if you hit them dead on, which is pretty cool. These imps are really annoying. They've made them a lot more agile than I remember them being back in the day, which is cool. I feel like every enemy is very distinct and has like AI that you learn to sort of you learn to have expectations and stuff. Also, we are One of the things that's really great about this is they've brought back really good map design, which includes secrets. And I am terrible at finding secrets, so I'm going to try to keep my eyes peeled and not rush through here too much, but I also don't want to slow down too much because it kind of goes against the whole Doom ethos. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled, but let's just say in my 6-hour playthrough where I really can take my time, I think I have maybe 10% of all the secrets, like 6 hours in. I've just done a really, really poor job of keeping up with that stuff. A little more story. Yeah, crazy lady. Alright, let's take the elevator. I like the sound the buttons make when you touch them. It's very tactile seeming.
Of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind.
Doom Marines heard that
Everything has
before.
clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it is worth the risk.
Gotta love a silent protagonist. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. The music is also excellent in this game. I'm not a fan of every single track, but I mean, like, it does a really good job of kind of flowing with the action and stuff, and I think, like, as the screen gets bloodier, I read somewhere, it may increase or amp up the music, which is always nice. Alright, Space Marine move. Boom! Too cool. That hero stance. We're gonna grab all these little armor shards, of course, classic to Doom and Wolfenstein. And, man, I am missing my double jump that you get later on. I have to say, I didn't like the idea at first, but because of how I feel like they may have increased the speed in single player, or at least since I played the multiplayer beta, you're just faster because you just really whiz around now, and with the double jump, you can really just, your mobility is like just off the charts. Whoops, sorry. I do get a little turned around sometimes in the bigger environments because it's not quite as much of a corridor shooter. Okay, so we got dudes. I like this pistol because you can kind of snipe with it. It's got a little bit of a cooldown on it though, as you can see, but it does good damage. And we don't have to worry about fall damage, so let's punch this dude in the face. And then you've got a regular one. So one thing that's cool is that they have almost every gun, or I think every gun, has a secondary fire, which is keeps things fresh and entertaining. And also, unlike in the multiplayer in this game, you do not have a limit to the number of guns you can carry. So right now I only have 2, just because I only have found 2 guns. But on my playthrough that I'm like quite a bit further in on, I have probably like 9 guns or so, and I can just switch between them freely, which I frequently do because I like to keep combat very fresh if I can. We just ate that fireball. Let's take these dudes out before they take us down. So these guys are like possessed soldier dudes. They're like some elite squad, I guess, according to the lore, who when they got taken by the demons, somehow the demon wave that hit them was able to identify that they had combat training, and so they were able to keep more of their mental faculties, and they have guns they can use, which is a little obnoxious. But honestly, if you ask me, they're less threatening than imps, just because the imps are so mobile. Like, they can stick to walls and stuff, which is really frustrating. They're like little Spider-Man dudes. Yeah. Gotta love the carnage, though, in a Doom game. It's just so satisfying to punch stuff. They did, speaking of the music earlier, the gun sound design is really good, too. It's very punchy. Like, it feels very, I don't know, it's got some weight to it. I feel like that's really important. It gets lost a lot in some modern shooters where, like, heavy gun should feel and sound heavy, and they really captured that here. Okay, so fortunately we're going to have a slight benefit of me knowing where to go just because I recognize some of these areas. So I'm not that good at directions, so we'll see. So this is the kind of place I'd expect to have a secret, but who knows. I'm wondering if you're going to be revisiting some of these locations later on, just because you do get some big mobility increases, and I feel like they could do a little bit of a Metroidvania thing. Oh yeah, so you probably just saw we got a blue key card. There's a classic Doom Wolfenstein 3D type reference. Whoops. How do we get back up there? Did I get just turned around here? Yeah, here we go. So you have to collect all the different colored key cards to progress through the map through these like colored doors, which is nice. It encourages good map design and exploration. So here's a new addition to Doom, well, at least to the old school Doom. It was in Doom 3.2. You got some grenades, and these are regenerating grenades. They, your suit just kind of produces them every 30 seconds or so, which is cool, I guess. It's whatever. I barely use them. I almost always forget I have them. But apparently there's all different kinds of equipment you can equip there, like shields and ammo packs and all kinds of stuff like that. Okay. Are there more dudes here? It's hard to tell. One of the nice things is that the music cues completely cut out usually when there's no more enemies to fight, but when I'm recording I cannot hear the music super clearly, so we'll just have to use our eyes and be extra careful. I don't really like the normal pistol, but I do like the zoomed in one, and it looks cool when the gun just kind of like powers up or whatever. Can we flank them by going through here, or are we going to be missing out on something? My perpetual fear in this game. We're following the green, so you always basically want to follow the green lights in this, which is kind of nice. It sort of mirrors Edgy, where you follow the red in that game. But it can also be kind of frustrating sometimes, because I can't tell if I'm going towards a secret, or if I'm following like directly forward on the map, and I'm going to miss a bunch of stuff because I'm progressing too much. You know, it's the eternal, like, do you go left or right at the branch if you actually are playing as a completionist? Oh man, this path goes too far, better double back, just in case this is the right way to go. Classic. But this is a cool little cave. I have to say, Bethesda and is it ZeniMax who also worked on this with id? They did a good job with the level design. I mean, I'm gonna give most of the credit to id, obviously, and I feel like these maps are shockingly cool. All right, so that's a Praetor suit upgrade. It's for my armor here. I can upgrade any of these 5 things, although you have to unlock them by doing certain things. So get your first power up, acquire 4 weapons, etc. For us, we are going to go ahead and grab, I think, the area scanning technology, just so that we have a better map, even though I always forget to use it. Because, you know, at least we'll have it then. Okay, so let's finish these scrubs off. I don't know how I missed these dudes. And then, oh, okay, so this is we did flank around, but I feel like this is what I was talking about. We may have missed a secret. Die. Yes. So, oh, by the way, guys, so this is the first 60 FPS video that I've uploaded, just because this game looks and feels really, really strange when you first get it. Because first of all, if you played in full screen, at least for me, it was hard locked to 30 frames per second, which is very frustrating, because I can actually run the game on Ultra at least 60 frames, which I found out because when you run it windowed, which is how I have to run it for recording anyways, it unlocks to 60, but it's still capped at 60. So I could probably run it even faster, though my monitor is only 60 hertz, so I wouldn't see it, but I would feel it, which is nice, actually, in a first-person shooter. Also, they have mouse smoothing on, when you are playing by default, and you want to go into the INI and turn that off like I did. It really, really messes up your mouse movements. It's kind of like... I always get it mixed up with mouse acceleration, but I believe it's the one where when you move along any movement axis, the longer you move, it will slowly increase the speed exponentially. It's so that, like with a controller, if you hold hard to the right, you know how it starts out slow and then it gets faster and faster? Well, it's so that they can turn around quickly, basically, whereas on PC, you can always control the speed at which you're turning because it's a one-to-one conversion, to some extent. You have a lot more direct control, and you don't really want that. It actually decreases your accuracy. Doom 3, I think, had that problem too, now that I think about it. Maybe not, but it's on in a lot of games that are also being released for console, and I do not know why they do it in the PC version. Okay, we're going to jump up here, and give me just one sec here. Grab something to drink. Sorry, this game gets me going. Can't stop talking and my mouth dries out. Okay, so, pushing forward here. Gosh, I'm turned around already because I feel like a lot of these outdoor areas... Okay, so, this weird thing, this is a combat support drone. It lets us choose an upgrade for what kind of secondary fire we want on our weapons. So all we have so far is the shotgun, and we can either put a charge burst on it, which allows you to fire 3 tight bursts, which are much more effective at range all in a row. So it's just like do-do-do, which is pretty good. And then we've got explosive shot, which lets you fire like a grenade launcher type shot. And I think last time I went heavy into charge burst, let's go heavy into explosive shot this time, because it really is quite good. I have to say. Dismiss, I don't need the tip, and we'll purchase this, and then punch this dumb drone. It won't give us our upgrade. Okay, so now we have the explosive rounds for the shotgun, so we can boom, or at least we can make it a grenade launcher basically, which is awesome because it actually only uses 1 ammo, which is pretty darn nice, gotta admit. All right, so let's clear through these guys. I'd like to get another gun as soon as possible, just because, as I said before, I bore quite easily with individual weapons, and this shotgun, while I love it and will be using it throughout the campaign, is not ideal at medium to long range. Boom. Because, as you can see, the grenade has a pretty long cooldown on it. Not too long, especially considering it's only using one shotgun round to actually fire it, but enough. Long enough. Boom. We'll be able to decrease that cooldown and also the loading speed, or increase the loading speed, I believe, of the individual grenades with some upgrades later on. And you can upgrade weapons. Weapon upgrades are not something you just find like with the armor upgrades. It's actually kind of weird, but also very cool. You actually... Ooh, we found a cliff. Get ready for a lot of that, because I frequently just walk right over ledges in this kind of game. Oh well. So for weapon upgrades, you get them by either completing special objectives they give you in the map. That'll be things like find 3 secrets, or get 2 kills with the shotgun, or get 2 double kills with a single trigger pull of the shotgun, that kind of thing. Or you can also do the combat. There's like a combat rating thing that you unlock in like the second mission that basically, I don't know if it's based on variety, number of kills, amount of damage you take, accuracy, or what, but they rate you in combat and you unlock way tons of weapon mods at that point, or weapon upgrades rather, which will then improve individual weapon mods, which is cool because some of the mods become really vicious. We'll look more into that once we start getting some weapon upgrades. For now, we're just going to wail on as many demons as we can because it is super duper fun. Ooh, fireball to the face. Ow. Alright. Keep moving. Oh, is that demon? Indeed it was. I like these guys. Just rip his arm off and beat him to death with it. I like the easy dudes because they're a great source of just health, and they can actually make decent meat shields too. I've seen them get murdered by other demons trying to shoot at me. I'm out of ammo for my shotgun. We could be in trouble here. We're going to just be trying to snipe with the pistol. Okay, there was a barrel there. Thank God. That imp could be problematic here. Let's try just meleeing this imp to death. Where do you even go? Get out of here, guy. Can't wait till we get the chainsaw. With the chainsaw, which this is awesome. I really like this mechanic. It's got fuel, so you can't use it all the time, but when you get kills with it, the enemies drop tons of bonus ammo, and a little bit of extra health, I think, too. But mostly it's the ammo that's important, and it's like universal ammo. So you can get rare stuff that you've been trying to bank up pretty quickly using that method. I really like the ways that they've, without breaking up combat, allowed you to restore health and ammo, just because it feels really good just to keep moving through huge groups of guys and just eliminate friggin' everybody. Alright. Die. Come up here. So yeah, they have the ledge climbing, which is, it's a nice addition. It really makes it feel, I don't know, makes it feel like there's a lot more verticality to the game than there ever could have been otherwise, because they don't want you to be able to like have a super floaty, super high jump. So they give you still like a pretty light jump that's more realistic. It's not Halo basically, but because you can grab the ledges, you can still get up fairly high with it. Just so long as they are climbable ledges. Man, we are just getting slaughtered here. We need to move in and try and take out some of these guys who are hitting us from range. It's easy to get bogged down in the melee, guys. Come here, you. Hey, where are you going? Oh, gonna just blow through all our shotgun ammo shooting the sand? Yeah, probably. Alright, so, gotta say, I really like the look of these outdoor environments on Mars. Oh, and we're still being shot at, of course. Who's there? Got a grenade with your name on it. Oh, there, can I even... Oh yeah, alright. We'll parkour our way over here, finish off these guys. Boom! Gotta love the glory kill system, really. Like, kudos. Whoever came up with that, great job, because I freaking adore it. I believe, if I remember correctly, there are some pieces of armor and health back here. Yes. And I think over on that one as well, which, that might be a shortcut, but I don't want to risk not being able to climb. Like, that kind of jagged metal piping at the end of this does not bode well for climbing. Yeah, all kinds of health and ammo. See, I love getting just little bonuses for exploration, even if I haven't found a single secret so far, and I'm sure we've missed like 5, because there's 10 per level, I think. I still get the feeling that, like, oh, well, I found that gear because I took the extra few seconds to check it out, you know? Which is nice. It's a really rewarding thing. So we are just about on our first objective here.
Welcome to the
Here is the entrance to Resource Ops. And I think this is going to do it for our first episode, you guys. So, Doom, there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. As you can see, we missed all 3 secrets, typical, but we did find the elite guard, so that is nice. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please be sure to like and subscribe and share with anyone else you think might be down. Besides that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.